Friends, hello, let's get right down to the point. I don't want to waste your time. Here we go, let's talk about Palantir, what's going on. So obviously, here's the thing. Palantir it's finally happening. They're joining the S&P 500. They kicked out American Airlines and they're taking their place in the S&P 500. Now, this is great. They're in the S&P 500. Now, this doesn't mean that this is going to make Palantir a $1 trillion company overnight by any means, but it is an extremely good direction of where the company is going and what is to come here just the next 5 to 10 years. So I have said this once, I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it here for the next 5 to 10 years. You need to continue to be loading up on Palantir here. Now, I'm not saying that Palantir is going to be the next NVIDIA. That's not what we're saying yet. But you're losing your mind here, and if you're listening to someone saying, which I know they're out there because I see the comments, I see people saying this, that Palantir is overvalued, it's not going to do much more than it's doing, and it's going to fall apart. Friends, if somebody's telling you that, run away from them. Do not listen to them, please, for God's sakes. That is a disastrous conversation that someone is putting into you. It's poison. Listen, Palantir is a company, an AI company that is growing extremely fast. And here's the thing. When we talk about AI companies, obviously, everyone at this point is whether they know AI stocks or whatever, they've probably heard the word NVIDIA the past 6 months because NVIDIA has been out of control. And it'll probably continue to be that way for some time here, especially what's going on with their new chip coming out. But there's going to be bigger companies that are going to rise here. There's going to be companies that are going to be doing what NVIDIA did the last 2 years and this year. And Palantir can be one of those companies where it just continues to capture these huge contracts, continues to capture the zeitgeist of investors to where we're going to enter into the second phase here of the AI run and the AI boom of what the stock market is going to be bringing here. So with that too, I do believe that, I don't want to talk about NVIDIA too much, but you have to see the back and forth situation that's happening here. NVIDIA's ran hard here for the past almost 3 years. I mean, there's meat left on the bone there, 100% for what's coming here. But Palantir has a lot more chunky, juicier, falling off the bone meat here right now, to where it is such in the genesis stage of what it's going to be bringing here for the next 5 to 10 years if they continue to do what they're doing here. So when you see people say that, Palantir is going to be a $100 stock. People say that Palantir is going to be a $500 stock, may even be a $1,000 stock here in the near future, maybe faster than we realize that. That's not too crazy to say if we think, if we talk about AI going into $1 trillion conglomerate. These things are very possible. Now, do I think Palantir going to $100 is impossible? Absolutely not. That's why I put on the thumbnail, probably within the next 6 months, I would highly be betting we're going to be very close to $100 if we're not at $100 with Palantir here, as we can see it continue. Just when Palantir officially goes onto the S&P 500 here very soon, the stock will probably jump up. We could see it even go to $40. That's very possible. Palantir, in the regards of a lot of AI stocks right now, especially where it's forecasted to go and what it's worth right now, is still very cheap. I mean, yeah, you're paying $30 to $35 right now a share, but that's very cheap in the scheme of what's going on here in these overall AI stocks. Now, obviously, you need to diversify, but AI stocks, there's a lot of them out right now. There's a lot of them that are still highly cheap, but that is going to change here when we get into this next bull cycle in the market here. Now, when that happens, it's still up in the air with these rate cuts, everything that's coming. We got an election coming up, for God's sakes. There's a lot of unknown things, but what you need to be doing right now to set yourself up for the next, market run here and then keep yourself safe out of the dirt is invest in good companies, and Palantir is one of those. It's better than good. It is going to be highly good for you going into the future. I fully believe that Palantir is going to make people millionaires in the next 5 years. I really do believe that. If you're able to scoop up even say like 100 shares, and then maybe 2 to 3 years from now we go into like a 10-to-1 stock split, think what that would do to the average person. And then we see Palantir continue to run up. We saw that with Tesla. We've seen that. We're going to watch that here over the next months here with Nvidia. This is how people become rich over time in the stock market. This is how it happens. When you start buying into a company that is starting to show signs of a very strong future, but not only, it's not only a strong future for Palantir, they've got it going on with them as a fundamental company, but they're also pushing into this new zeitgeist that is going to continue to stronghold the market right now, and that's AI in general. So friends, if this is anything to help you and encourage you, and if you're looking at Palantir going like, I missed the boat, it's too expensive, friends, you have gone bonkers. You have gone bonkers. Palantir is going to continue to go up. I'll be buying Palantir even if it's at $50, because I just use it as a savings account at this point. Whenever I get a little bit of money here and there that I don't know what to do with, I just put it in a separate account for Palantir. That's what I do. I just use it as a savings account because I know it's going to bring me more than what an actual savings account with even a high yield savings would bring me in the near future. Friends, I hope some of this helped. I really do. I'm happy. I'm encouraged, and this is a great win for investors with what we've been through and waiting on for the last 2 years. This back and forth with, is this S&P 500 going to happen, not going to happen? What is going to happen with Palantir? It's happening. We're going to the sky here with Palantir. Congratulations, and what's to come, friends. Bye-bye.